Hello and welcome. This is Chris from the Ask Trainer Chris podcast at My Core Balance. And today I want to talk about the difference between health and fitness and activities that you do that you are pursuing that get you healthy versus those activities that you pursue to get you fit. And I think this is extremely important, mainly because I think if you compromise your health in the pursuit of fitness, I think this is when you can get in very big trouble. So, for example, if you are trying to elevate your heart rate so much, to the point where you're in the orange zone or whatever that is, where I'm burning calories, I'm getting fit, but you're doing that at the expense of, let's say, your joints, your musculoskeletal system, or maybe you're just overdoing it, right? And I think that's the main difference, is that activities that you do that promote health, think of things like this: meditation, maybe a dip in the pool and just a leisurely swim, maybe a nice walk around the park, maybe just deep breaths out in nature. Maybe you went out to the woods to get some real oxygen and just take some deep breaths, versus fitness endeavors. Let's do 3 sets of 10 weights. We have to make sure we hit 45 minutes of intense cardio at a certain intensity. And, feel the difference? I mean, there's a huge difference. And of course, it's great to be fit, and there are definitely some things in fitness. If you have good circulation because you've been doing workouts, you're fit, and that is healthy. But I think it's so important that we remember that we never want to pursue fitness at the expense of health. And in fact, I think that if we focus on health, we make our green drinks every day. We're sure that, we take a walk, we breathe, we meditate, we do all these things every day. And then fitness kind of comes. What I mean by fitness kind of comes is I think there's kind of a desire to be fit, and that's intrinsic if we are healthy. So I think getting in touch with your own self, with your own health, is absolutely number one priority. And then what happens after that is there's a desire for vigorosity. I've started using this term with myself because I feel like it's not about intensity. It's not about demanding. It's being vigorous. It's just it's a cool word that I think they used to use in the old time, like early 1900s, for just being vigorous, being strong, being healthy. But you have your prerequisite things for health first. You're eating right, you're relaxed, you're meditating, you're sleeping enough, and then when you get healthy, there is a certain point where your body just wants to feel vigorous. You just want to do something that's a little more intense. And I would say the number one criteria that you want to keep in mind is that it is intrinsically motivating, and you feel intrinsically good as you are doing this activity, so that you're not trying to hit some arbitrary number of, you have to keep your heart rate at X number of beats per second, or beats per minute, X number of beats per minute for 45 minutes, or you have to lift this much weight, or this percentage of your own max body weight, or anything like that. That is very arbitrary. And if you think about it, if the best you've ever done is, I don't know, making up numbers here, 45 pounds, and you do 8 reps, and the next time you really need to improve that, I need to do 50 pounds and I need to do 10 reps. That's arbitrary, because there are so many variables that you're not keeping account of. How much sleep did you get? How do you feel? How's your nutrition? And we can try to keep track of all these variables, but ultimately, what I think it ultimately goes back to is how do you feel, and using fitness to feel better. And a big part of that is being healthy first. So you got to be healthy first. So So as you think of this and you think of this distinction between health and fitness, I encourage you to create a health routine for yourself. Not a fitness routine, but a health routine. And get yourself to the point where you feel really good. You feel really good. And then the intensity that is associated with more fitness related things, that intensity starts to develop naturally as you just have this increasing desire to get more movement out of your body. But the key is really to check in with yourself and to feel how it feels to be you. Don't disconnect yourself from your own body. Don't go into the numbers. Don't turn fitness into a spreadsheet game. It's all about the feeling. It's all about how it makes you feel in your body. And that's it. Have a good one. Thank you so much for listening. And if you have a specific question, call it in. Call it in. I'm using the Anchor app. And you basically can leave a message, and I can put your message in my next podcast and answer your question. Love to help you achieve your health and fitness goals. Thank you so much for listening, and yeah, talk to you next time. Hope to feature you on the show next time.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.